The next pathway to artistry we're going to explore has to do with confidence. And confidence is more than just bravura. There's integrity to confidence that is not an accident. And it has to do with repetition, with hard work, and with something that we earn. Doc Severinsen is one of my favorite artists, not only for his sense of humor, but also the confidence in which he goes about everything. And he's going to explain how he didn't always have confidence, that he had to learn confidence through discipline and through hard work and through doing things step by step. Initially, it was all about talent, and that has a short life. It did not last. But what really did last was the discipline and the work that goes with confidence.
I won the state trumpet contest in Oregon when I was 9 years old. And all I can remember about it is how terrified it was. And every time I went out to play, I was absolutely terrified. But I made amazing results. And my father kind of taught me by rote, because I was a hard learner. He couldn't get me to do practical things. And so he would just take a piece of music and train me to play it. And I didn't study any of the technical stuff out of the instruction books. I wasn't interested in that at all. But my dad would take a piece that was very difficult for me, and by the time I learned that piece, I'd already covered more than the material I would have covered if I'd been in the instruction books. But I would get up and play these solos, and by all accounts, from what I can remember, I pretty much played them perfect. I mean, it was like somebody else was doing it. It wasn't like it was me. Then I, at some point, just sort of broke down from all of that. I mean, I had a lip problem and confidence problem and everything, and confused, but I was still able to play pretty well. You know, I played on the road with big bands and all of that. And then I went to New York and I studied with a teacher named Benny Baker. He was Toscanini's first trumpet player at one time. And he was a marvelous teacher. And we just started from the beginning all over again. And I did all the things that I should have done in the first place. And he was also like a father figure to me, and he brought me along. And this time I was able to intellectually know and accept what I was doing. And I built a series of positive points to refer to.
In the Master of Music, I had the great privilege of speaking with over 120 great artists over these 10 topics of the human spirit. And one of the highlights of these interviews was talking with Dave Brubeck about how he discovered rhythm and integrating his unique approach to rhythm of multiple meters, of swinging in 3 and 5 and 7 and 9 and all these different wonderful things. Where did that come from with Dave Brubeck? What I learned from Dave was not only that he learned this by paying attention to his body, but by paying attention to everything. He has no filter when it comes to inspiration. Anything that he experiences, he listens to, and he finds a way to integrate that into a piece of music. And this is a beautiful tool of creativity, that when we can be open to honoring all the thousands of thoughts that we get in a given day, and paying attention to that and using that in our life as opposed to just ignoring them, then we will find that there is so much more available to us. So let's enjoy David Brubeck explaining how his unique approach to rhythm was learned and experienced, and the real message has to do with listening and having to do with letting it go through your body.
I was raised on a 45,000 acre cattle ranch my dad managed. how big 45,000 acres is?
Hard to imagine, no.
Yeah, you know, it's...
As far as you could see?
Oh, in some places, yeah, but it was huge. It was 25 miles across.
Oh my gosh, that makes it more real. Okay.
And he'd send me to do something like pump water for the cattle. And the engine was that you used to pump the water had tremendous rhythms that were never the same. And you'd have to stay there to be sure that the engine didn't stop. So I'd be there for hours. And it was so hot in the summer in Northern California that that engine was on a 2x12. And it ran back under the tank that you were pumping water into. And I would lie down on that board and just feel that whole vibration in my body and put other rhythms against it. Because there was nobody to talk to, nobody to see, nothing to do except wait for that engine to fill the tank.
Wow.
Sometimes it took hours. And then getting there on the horse, I would put rhythms against the horse's gait. And it was usually a walk, once in a while a trot, and just put other rhythms against it. Because, again, all you've got with you is your mind.
So in conclusion, the mastery of music is not about what we do, but it's what we bring to the play, how we express ourselves. The creativity, the passion, the courage, the confidence, our ability to relate to other people, our ability to get along. These are the important qualities that we will spend our entire life developing and should be a real legitimate part of our music education.